Okay, so I told you we would talk about a second verse that this one woman in the video had some problems with, calling it Mandela Effect, saying that now Jesus is a female. And she was angry about this. Well, she should be angry about that if that's what's happening, but that's not what's happening. What is happening is that the ignorance, the biblical ignorance of people is coming out. They're finally paying attention to the details of the Bible. They're finally asking questions about it. But instead of asking questions, some people are just claiming to be crazy. And so you have the Mandela Effect crowd who are so arrogant that they are resistant to correction, to explanation. Yep. They want to seize power. Serious. That's what's going on. They want to seize power. We have the interpretation of what's going on and what is reality, and you don't. Oh yeah? Well, tell us what the Bible is. You're going to rewrite it? Is that what you're going to do? Go ahead and rewrite the Bible and come up with your own Bible. Just like the New World Translation. Just like the Book of Mormon and Pearl of Great Price. I mean, just come up with your own and call it whatever you want. You know, call it the Mandela Bible. It's not from God. It's from you. It's not from God. All right, so let's look at this next one. It's in Revelation. And it is chapter 1. Let me check here a minute to see where it is. So in the King James it says, "And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle." Okay? All right, the word girdle here actually means a belt. So no idea why they translated it girdle. To gird, which is where the word girdle comes from, is anything that goes around the waist area. Could be a belt here, could be a belt up here. They used to have belts up here. Can be a belt down here. Can be something to hold in the midriff, like a girdle. And girdles were not just for women. Girdles were also for men as well. It was a technology. It wasn't a gender style. So we can't superimpose back in history our own cultural issues today. But the thing that really got her twisted up is the word paps. Okay? Referring to the woman's breasts, right? So let's have a look at that in the Greek and see what it actually says. So the word is mastos, which is referring to the breasts. Now understand that we refer also to the man's breast, but in a different way. So when it says that, when it says that Peter or John rested his head on Jesus's breast, it uses stethos, which is man's breast. Well, not really. It's not man versus woman's. It's a different part of it. So for the man's breast, it's here. We don't have cleavage starting like a woman does. Okay, so it's a different kind of chest, and we would call it chest. Whereas here, this is the breast. Whether it's a man's breast or a woman's breast, it's still breast. Although today we tend to use the word breast exclusively for women. And it's a little strange to refer to a man's breast without feeling like we're turning him into part woman. But that's not how it's been throughout history. And in English, the same. So breast is traditionally referred to this area here where the nipples are, or the mastos in Greek, and then the stethos is up here. This is where the man's manliness is. And down here, you know, this is more of an intimate area. And so this is the mastos. Okay, but this is the man's like presentation here across his mantle. So that's the stethos, that part that goes across the mantle of a man, that gives him his presentation. Down here, this is the more intimate part, which is the mastos. Okay? So don't be worried about that. And I don't think that they did justice by translating it paps. I think that was a very bad translation choice, as I run across consistently in the King James. If it can be mistranslated, it will be mistranslated. That's the rule of the King James. So, and you King James only people, get over it. It is what it is. Okay? Now you know the truth about it. May the Lord bless you as you seek him with all your heart.